welcome back. So today's video is obviously going to be another Wine Wednesday video because we gotta talk. They've been doing me dirty out here in these streets, you hear me? But before we get started, let's go ahead and talk about our wine of the day. So this video, for this Wine Wednesday, we are going to be drinking the Snoop Dogg 19 Crimes Cali Red. You guys, I don't know what it is, but I absolutely love this wine, and if you don't believe me, take a look. Okay, so you guys know that I'm obsessed with this, right? Like, I absolutely love this wine. I have really been like the biggest Snoop Dogg supporter lately. I don't know. I'm rocking my Snoop Dogg pajamas, top and bottom. My dog supply, like, you can't tell me nothing. I don't know what it is. I think I'm Snoop Dogg. We don't know. So we have the Cali Red Snoop Dogg wine. I'm also going to be using my little fancy smancy little wine glass. And of course, I couldn't open my favorite wine without my favorite helper, my Better Homes and Gardens electric wine opener. You guys, this thing is a lifesaver. I love this thing. Fully support it. I don't get paid for saying that, but you guys, I should, because this thing, lifesaver. Perfect. So the only thing we're going to be using out of this anyway is probably just the opener. I don't use the foil cutter because I like to try to save the label, as you guys can see in my little collection. So I just grab it and try to slide it off of here because I want to keep the bottle looking as in shape as I possibly can. There we go. Okay, you guys ready? Watch this, watch this. I'm so excited. And that's how you do it. So, you guys, go ahead. Get comfy, get your jammies on, pour yourself a glass because you're going to need it, and let's get started. So, as I'm sure you could tell by the title, it's obvious. We're just going to go ahead and start with it. I got cheated on. I needed a sip just for even saying that. But yeah, it's true. I got cheated on. If you guys have ever been cheated on, leave me your stories down below because I would love to know if it's as crazy as mine, okay? So we're just going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to tell you guys the timeline, what happened, how it happened. I'm going to relive it once again, once and for all, and put it past me, okay? So I started talking to someone. If you guys saw my last Wine Wednesday video, I was talking about how an ex of mine had ghosted me. And I also mentioned how I was in like a pretty decent relationship at the time, but it was still new. So this story is about that person, the still new person, okay? But to give you guys a little bit of a backstory, this person that I'm going to be talking about today had been messaging me for months up to me even responding because I was with the person that ghosted me. And while I was in that relationship, the person that we're talking about today was messaging me. I never responded. I never said anything because I was in a relationship, so I wasn't going to entertain it. He would like be like, hey, what's up? You know, normal things. He also started sending me pictures of his checks, like the work that he does and the checks that he gets, the amount that he gets paid. And I'm like, this is weird because, like, why would you, as a man especially, why would you send your checks and how much you make to a girl that you don't know? You've never spoke to me. I've never responded. You don't know me. So why are you sending me checks, like literal pictures of checks? I thought that was weird because, like, if I was the wrong type of person, if I was anybody else, I would have jumped on it for the wrong opportunities or the wrong reasons. So I was like, this is weird, but I didn't think anything of it. After my relationship ended with the person who ghosted me, after I got ghosted, I finally responded to the person that was sending me the pictures of the checks. And I was like, the first thing I said to this person, okay? The first thing, and keep this in mind because it's going to be very important when we get to where we are now, okay? So the first thing that I said to this person was, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be a B word. I was in a relationship. I wasn't ignoring you. I was just minding my business, but I'm good now. What's up? That's pretty much almost line for line exactly what I said, okay? We started talking from there. We sent a few messages, then we got on the phone. We started talking. Well, no, we sent a few messages and then we talked on the phone through Messenger. And then we switched numbers and everything and we started talking on the phone. He eventually, like a week into talking, he asked me on a date. I was like, okay, cool. We've been talking long enough. You seem cool. Now, mind you, off bat, like physical appearance and things like that, this person was not my type. I don't really like skinnier men. I don't really like, it was just, he just really wasn't my type off bat. But I was like, what I like hasn't been working for me. Let's see what you got, okay? So I agreed and I went on a date with him. We went out to eat. We met in a mutual spot that was like middle for both of us because he lives like almost 2 hours away from me. And so we had met in a mutual spot and we went to eat. Everything was cool, whatever. At the end of the date, he was like, so what do you think? Do you like me? I said, yeah. What do you think? You like me? Like, what's going on? Check yes or no. I don't know. And he was like, yeah, I like you. I was like, okay, cool. I come home. I didn't hear from him that night. I didn't hear from him the next day. A few days go by, right? Didn't hear from him ever again after the date. And I was assuming as a man, you're going to reach out, if not that night, then the next day. Never did. It was days. And I was actually the one that reached out. I was like, hey, so obviously maybe you didn't like me like you said you did. So do you mind like telling me what it was, what went wrong? What's the problem here? And I sent that to him in a text message and he ended up calling me. We had a good little conversation and he was telling me I just work a lot, I didn't really read too much into it because once again, we went on one date. I don't know this person. We ain't in a relationship. He don't owe me anything. Cool, whatever. And from that point on, after me reaching out after the date, we started to talk more and more and more. And it went from like once a week, couple times a week, every day. Like we really started talking. And it got to the point where like I would go spend time with him where he was. Like he'd ask me to come down, stay with him, whatever. And at first I would only stay one night, come back home the next day. And then gradually it got to where I would stay 2 nights and then come home after 2 days. And so like we were really kicking it. Everything was good. We talk on the phone. We'd hang out. I'd spend time with him. He took me on dates. The dates was amazing. Never had a problem with it. Are you ready for this? I'm just telling you now, girl, go ahead, take a sip. We're going to need it. So, yeah. So, about 3 to 4 months in, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to say it. That's why I had to get that shot of liquid courage real quick. So weird to say this out loud. About 3 to 4 months in, my lady area started itching. I started itching in places that I've never itched in before, like that I shouldn't be itching in. And I'm like, a little weird, a little itchy, okay. So at first I was thinking maybe I didn't wash my new underwear. I didn't get the dye out of my underwear, pair of pants, shorts, clothes, something. I'm thinking it's a dye issue, it's a clothing issue, right? So you guys probably know where I'm going right now. Okay. So I'm thinking, it has something to do with my underwear, my clothes, something. So I let it ride for a little bit and I was like, it's not going away. Like, what's going on? Like, I know I'm sensitive, but like, what's this? And so I made an appointment. I went to my gyno. And I even told him setting in the office, and I wish I never even said this, setting in the office, I told him, I was like, I'm not worried that it's an STD or anything. I really think like it's my underwear, my clothes, some sort of dye. I don't know, but that's what I think it is. I've been with the same person for months now. Like, I'm not worried about anything, right? But you should have been. You should have been. Should have been worried. The doctor does his thing, swabs some things, checks some things out, goes out, comes back in, tells me I have some sort of STD. Thank God it's something I can get rid of. He gave me antibiotics. It wasn't nothing major. Thank God. So he did what he did, gave me antibiotics. I left. As soon as I left out the doctor's office, I texted old boy. And I was like, we need to talk. Who have you been with besides me? Like, what's up? Like, I've only been messing with you since we went on our first date. You disappeared for a couple weeks. I reached out. We've been in contact ever since. We've been spending time together. We've been going on dates. What's going on? He literally, if I've never met a narcissist who wants to be victim so bad ever in my life, this is it. This takes the cake. So he calls me immediately after me sending that message. He calls me. He's like, what are you talking about? I explained to him. I was like, well, I went to the doctor thinking, you know, I had a dye issue. Come to find out, I have a lot more than that. And he really tried to blame me. He really tried to switch it back on me. He was like, why would I want to mess up something like this with someone like you? I didn't do it. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know where it came from. It had to be you. I'm sitting there like, well, I know I haven't done anything. Like, as soon as I start feeling someone, I cut off everybody. Like, I don't know what it is. It's the clown in me, I guess, because they don't ever do that for me. Anybody else have that problem? Leave me a thumbs up if you ever immediately be loyal to someone when you don't have to be, but they're not being loyal to you. Know what I mean? Leave me a thumbs up because I'm sure we've all been there. But he really was like, it's you. And I'm sitting there like, I don't answer messages. I don't hang out. I don't go nowhere. I don't even have friends. I don't do anything. I stay at home, take care of my daughter, clean my house. Like, I don't even go to work unless I work in my house. Like, what could I have possibly done to lead you to this conclusion? But I let it ride, right? Silly me. I let it ride. I was like, I don't know how this works. Maybe he had it a couple months before we started messing around. It's just now showing up. Maybe he had to brew it, had to do whatever it had to do, right? I was trying to logically explain it away. So I didn't go off. I didn't really think about it. I was like, okay, cool, whatever, fine. Then, after that, it started to become a problem that I was posting pictures. Now, you guys, if you've known me for a while, you know me from YouTube or Instagram or whatever social media it is, you guys know me. If I'm not making a video, I'm posting it, Snapchat, Instagram, something like that, right? For one, when I started YouTube, like, and I try to explain this, I'm like a social media girl, even though I'm not big in it like I used to be. I got my whole personality, my name, my everything that I am, everything that I do started because I decided to do YouTube 13, 14 years ago. Like, and in order to be a YouTuber, you have to get an Instagram to promote it and to tag this and put this and then Snapchat so people can follow you and you can have that interaction and that bond with your viewers. So we know how that works because we live that life, right? So that's always been me. Like, I had Snapchat, Instagram, I had all this before he was even thought of, right? When I was with my daughter's father, like, and he never had a problem with it. He was in here while I was filming my videos. He was helping me take pictures. Like, he was telling me which ones to post. Like, that's what I'm used to because he knew I wasn't doing nothing. But this man had a problem that I was posting pictures to my Facebook story. And then he was like, well, you got Snapchat and Instagram. God only knows what you're posting there. And I'm like, really? Really? Like, I post outfits or music clips because I always say I'm in the studio, right? Like, it's a little gag because I really love music. I think I'm a rapper. I think I'm Kevin Gates. I think I'm Lil Wayne. Like, all the time on Snapchat or Facebook, I'm singing along to a song. I'm doing a little finger, you know, whatever. And so that's always been me too. I've always taken pictures of outfits. I like girly stuff. I like hair and makeup outfits. I like to look cute. I like girly things. And I like to pretend I'm a thug in the studio. I don't know. And he swears that me posting these outfits to my story was advertising or asking for men, or I was building a roster, or I was looking for someone. And I'm like, first of all, these are fully dressed outfits that I'm going out in public in. I'm going grocery shopping. I'm taking my daughter to school. I'm running errands. Like, I'm fully dressed. I'm wearing something that I'm going to wear out where 100 people are going to see me. So, like, what's the difference if I take a picture in the mirror versus going out to all these places? Like, what are you mad about? Then he was mad because on Facebook, people may respond to the story, or they may heart it, or they might jump in there and say, hey, beautiful. I never responded to them. Never. Like, it kills me to say that to this day. Like, I cannot believe I was this loyal to somebody who did this to me. But that's just how I am. That's how I do things. I never responded to a message. I never liked the message. I never liked the picture. I never commented on anything. I never went out of my way to meet nobody. Yeah, there's 30 men in my inbox. Yeah, they all want to take me out. Yeah, they may want to do more than that. They want to link. They want to see me. They want to. That's cool. That's fine. They take time out of their day to say that to me. But I don't ever respond. I don't like the message. I don't have any interaction with these people. They heart my story or say, hey, beautiful, what's up? Let me take you to dinner. And it sits there. I never open it. And the ones that I do open is because it's long or it starts out weird. And I'm like, what in the world are they talking about? So I'll open it, read it, and don't do nothing with it. Just exit back out. And I try to make this clear to him multiple times. I screenshotted my inbox. I've showed him in person. I did video recordings of my phone. Like, I did everything I could do to secure this insecure man's feelings about me posting pictures. And I'm like, don't most men want an attractive girlfriend that other people may find attractive, but they don't get a chance with because she's so loyal to you? Like, shouldn't you be out here like, yeah, my girl beautiful, you may like her, she loyal to me, she coming home to me, she ain't bothered with none of y'all? Because that's how it is. I don't give a single F about my inbox. I don't. And mind you, the first thing I said to him was, I was in a relationship. I didn't mean to ignore you. So where do you have to question my loyalty at? Like, I was posting pictures before you. You've been on my friends list before we even spoke, before we became a thing. I know you saw me posting pictures this whole time. If I was with other people, if I was single, whatever the case was, I've always done this. But I also don't answer messages. I don't respond. I don't do anything. And I gave you proof of this multiple times. And he kept every other week, why are you posting pictures? Why are you doing this? Stop posting outfits. That's building your roster. I know these men are saying something. Da, da, da. Okay, it's not my fault for posting a picture and going on about my day and ignoring these people. They take time out of their day to message and bother me and get no response, no acknowledgement, no nothing. I don't share my time, attention, or body with none of these people. So what is the problem? And once again, it was a reoccurring thing. If I post something, he didn't like it, I'm gonna take it down. And I took it down once. Second time, no. I was like, there's nothing wrong with this. I don't see what you're talking about. Whatever. And he got mad at me. And in between that time, I have really bad anxiety. If you guys have heard me talk about it before, my anxiety has been really, really bad. And sometimes it's worse than others. And I don't know if it was God. I don't know if it was my intuition. I don't know if it was my anxiety. I don't know what it was. The universe. Something was trying to tell me something was wrong. Because a lot of times when I was around him, if I was with him after like all this, when I thought we were good, other than, you know, complaining about me posting pictures and stuff, but I'm like, I ain't doing nothing wrong, so I ain't worried about it. But other than that, everything still felt great. We were still spending time together. We were still going out. We were still normal. And like, I would just have really bad panic attacks around him. Like, if I would go to spend 2 days with him, I would spend most of it in a really bad panic attack, sitting there doing this, like, and I didn't really know why. I did not know why, but something was trying to tell me why. And so we kept having it out. And so I decided to do my snooping. And I was like, something's not setting right with me. He's accusing me of doing X, Y, and Z. He's telling me I'm entertaining my inbox. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, all because I'm posting a picture. And I was like, that don't feel right, because I know I'm not doing anything. So in my mind, I'm like, you're putting your guilt off on me. What you're doing, you're making me feel guilty of, when I know I'm not doing nothing. I've tried to prove to you I'm not doing anything. So why do I feel like this? So I went investigating. I went to his profile. And now mind you, it's a problem that people take time out of their day to message me that I ignore. I do it for attention. I do it for the men. I have like 400 friends on my Facebook page or on Facebook. I don't really accept. I have 600 in my friend request that I haven't accepted. I have more that I haven't accepted than I have on my page. So if I was doing it for the attention of these men, wouldn't I want more friends? I only approve certain people. Like, you might not get in the club. I don't know what to tell you. But I only have like 400, 500 friends, right? That's it. This man has like 5,000. And 93% of them is only fangirls, like sex Instagram models, corn star girls. Like, that's everything. The pages that he likes, the pages that he follows, the people on his friends list, the mess that he sees down his timeline when he decides to scroll while he's taking his morning poop. This is what he's seeing. And I know, because I did my research. I looked at his page. I figured out who his friends was. I do that. If I like somebody, or if I'm starting with somebody, I'm going to find, like, I'm going to look and see what you about. So I was like, you mad about this, but like, you got all these girls doing these things for attention purposely that you have on your friends list that you see every day that you scroll. You don't care if that makes me feel insecure. But I'm supposed to care about your insecurities because somebody's in my inbox that I ignore? Like, that just, it didn't make any sense to me. So I started my digging. I went through every girl on his page, or most of the ones that, you know, caught my eye. Maybe they catch his. I was looking through pages. There was this one girl, actually I found her from the people you may know. And it said we had so many mutual friends. And I'm like, his picture is up there too. So I went looking. He's liking this girl's pictures from dates that we were together. Now, I don't know how you guys work, but to me, if we're in a relationship and you're not liking my pictures, because mind you, this man only wanted to complain about the pictures I posted. He never liked it. He never complimented me. He never said you look good today. He never, nothing. He was complaining about who did it, who was doing it, but he never stepped up and was doing it. Even in person, he complimented me maybe like twice. I feel that if we're in a relationship and you're liking some girl's picture, especially if you're not liking mine, I take that as cheating, because you're with me, but yet you obviously like what you see here. She's getting your thumbs up, your heart. That's making her feel some type of way. What about your own girl? Like, cricket's over here, but she getting all the why? So yeah, I went off and I was like, you know what? This is not cool. Why are you liking this girl's picture in October? And we were together in October. Like, what's up? And he unfriended her, and he sent me the screenshot of him unfriending her. And I was like, okay, cool. I could drop it there. I could. But no, because none of this feels right with me. And that didn't have to happen because, you know, you're upset about my inbox. If you saw me in somebody's likes under somebody's picture, you would have went off. You're mad that people inbox me that I don't talk to. So if you see me liking a guy's picture, you're going to feel the same way. So why did you do it? So at that point, I took it upon myself to message a guy that he had commented about, like, well, you must like him in your inbox. He's always messaging, even though you don't reply. You haven't blocked him. And I had blocked him when he had said that. I was like, all right, look, he's blocked. Ain't a problem. Cool. After I saw him liking that girl's picture, though, I went and unblocked him. He messaged me and said, oh, you unfriended me. I was like, yeah, his jealous, insecure ass made me do it. And he was like, who, your boyfriend? I said, yeah. Screenshotted it, and I sent it to the dude that I was with. He got all in his feelings. His chest was hurting. He blocked me on Facebook, and I'm still blocked on Facebook. Even though we kind of made up for like a second in between then and now, I've still been blocked. Refused to unblock me because I sent him that message. I don't know why. You did what you did. If you didn't do that, you wouldn't have got me acting like this. So it went quite a few weeks of us yelling, cussing out, back and forth. He blocked my number, blocked me on Facebook. I had to download numbers to try to talk to him. It was a mess. We finally got to like a calm stage right before Christmas. So we were back spending time together, everything. He got me and my daughter something for Christmas. Everything was good, cool, like whatever. But at this point, he's already gave me an STD, complained about me posting pictures that he never complimented or liked, but also liking other girls' pictures. I'm like, what's going on? So the last time that we were actually together in the same place at the same time was New Year's. We did spend New Year's together. I was kind of, you know, trying to work things out, get over everything, whatever. And then I just couldn't let it go. I couldn't let it go. So after New Year's, I made a fake profile. Well, I had made one when we were fighting and he had me blocked. I had made one to try to reach out to him, but I didn't put like a name or a profile picture or anything to it. I just made like a random quick account. I tried to send him a friend request on there and send him a message, but he wouldn't accept it. So after all this adding up and me not letting it go, I went to that Facebook and I changed it to like a whole different picture. I found a girl on Twitter, used her picture, her name, whatever, made it look real, made it look like she was hacked, like whatever. And I had her send him a message now with the profile picture, name, and everything. She was like, hey, I just found you in my messages. I was hacked. I'm so sorry. It looks like they tried to message and call you, but I really apologize. He reached out kind of innocent at first. He was like, no worries. I'm not, like, things happen on Facebook all the time. I'm not sweating it. That's small stuff. Cool, whatever. And then it kind of continued. She was like, oh, haha, thank you for being so cool, da 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 da. And then it got to where he was like, well, how do I know if you're real or not? And I was like, no, you did not just ask that. Why are you interested? And so I responded back and I was like, well, I can't use the voice recorder. I can't send you a voice memo to prove that I'm real because my phone got messed up on New Year's. A drink got spilled on it. I was giving excuses. But I was like, I got pictures and videos though. So I sent some pictures and videos of the same girl that I found on Twitter. I sent them. He hearted them. He didn't say nothing immediately, but he just hearted them. And I was like, what? Why? Huh? When I send you pictures, it's a problem. Like, if I post pictures, you don't like it. If I send you pictures, you don't even look at it. You don't even say anything. So what's going on here? What's going on? And so 2 hours after he had that conversation with the fake account, he calls me. And I didn't let him know that I'm upset. I didn't say anything. I was like, hey, what's up? What's going on? How are you? What'd you do today? Da-da-da. Normal. Completely normal. And at some point I told him, because I knew that he had this conversation 2 hours before he called me because I was on the other end of it. So I just wanted to see what it would be like to flip the script. And I told him, I was like, yeah, I made a post earlier about Gypsy Rose, like how like I wish everybody would just shut up about her now. And some guy commented on it and was like, yeah, and we're just going to act like her boyfriend's not in jail for life for it. And when I told him that some guy commented on it, I was like, it's innocent. Like, we're talking about current events. It was one comment. It's innocent enough. It never went to the messages. That should have been his light bulb moment right there to let him know, like, I know you was in a girl's message 2 hours ago, but I just told you, like, yeah, ain't go to the messages or nothing. It ain't that serious. But he didn't pick up on that. He was just mad at the fact that some guy may have commented on my post. I was like, that's crazy. So, like, we were arguing back and forth about, you know, everything up until this point and everything at this point. And I told him, the last thing I told him was, I can't be with someone who don't care about my feelings. Hung up the phone. That was that. We didn't talk for, like, 2 weeks. And then he calls me up with the, I miss you. And y'all, that's where we at today. Like, first of all, how do you miss me if it took you 2 weeks to do so? Were you just living your best life in between? And why did you ask me on the date and then have days and weeks of not talking to me until I reached out again? Was you doing your thing in between? Like, what's going on? Like, and I try to have these conversations with him, and when I ask him, you know, certain questions like, well, why did you cheat on me? I didn't do it. Like, sometimes he'll kind of admit to it, and then sometimes it's, I still don't know if it was you. Like, he really likes to be victim and really likes to be a narcissist. But you guys, I don't know what to think, because he's like, I loved you. I didn't know you loved me like that. I was testing your realness. And I was like, I stood by you and stayed with you after I was positive for STD, when I could have taken that as an opportunity to go out and do everything and anything, and I never did. But his excuse for doing these things and liking these pictures and everything that has happened is because I wouldn't stop posting. I got cheated on, I got an STD, he's liking girls' pictures, entertaining his messages because I wouldn't stop posting. Pictures. Innocent, fully dressed, no ass clapping pictures. Outfits that I'm out in public in, that he never compliments, that he never hearted, that he never liked, that he never commented on. And meanwhile, mind you, I'm posting on my page about how I'm so happy to be in a relationship. I've posted pictures of me and him together on my story. Everything is a repost or a quote about a man, how I'm so happy to be in a relationship, how I love my man. Always. But he thinks me posting pictures was to find another man, to build my roster, to get attention from men. I'm like, why would that be the idea when I'm posting me and you, when I'm posting how happy I am about my relationship? How could I possibly be looking for another relationship when I'm currently going on about how happy I am in the one that I got? So it didn't make sense to me, and it still does not make sense to me. Like, how did you take me posting pictures so far that you had to cheat on me, you had to do all these things because I wouldn't stop posting pictures? And not only that, you're liking these girls' pictures but never liked mine. And his excuse for that was, well, they're not my girl. Da-da-da-da-da-da. He thought he would look goofy liking my pictures because I have a roster. I have 30 men in my inbox. And he would look goofy when I get 10 likes at most. But he'd rather like a girl that's got 144 likes, where he looks even more goofy, because who's going to pay attention to you? Don't you think she's got more people in her inbox than I do? Like, if you're worried about my inbox, you want to die with hers. So, like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And, like, that's just his excuse, and he sticks to it. He's like, I did it because you wouldn't stop posting and you had a roster, you have all these people in your inbox. And I keep stressing to him, it's not my fault these people are in my inbox. I don't ask them to message me. I don't carry on conversations. I don't give them anything. They sit there. So I never took it upon myself to do any of these things that you took upon yourself to do. And if I did any of these things that you did, you know you'd be heated. You know that, right? Like, you would have already cussed me out, try to fight me, whatever it is. So I don't get it. But how would you guys feel if you got cheated on and your man's reason for cheating on you is because you're posting pictures, innocent, fully dressed outfit pictures where you're a girly girl, you've done this the entire time, even before he came in the picture. But he's telling you you got cheated on and these things happened because you did that and you wouldn't stop posting. Meanwhile, he's liking other girls' pictures but never yours. How would you feel? Like, am I crazy? Or is he just a victim? Like, not a victim, but a victim. Like, because I don't understand. Like, he really claims that he was the hurt one. He really claims that he thought I was interested in another man. I don't know what it is. And I'm like, why would I give you my time and attention? Like, we're falling asleep on the phone together almost every night. If I had something to do, wouldn't I hang up and let you sleep and go out and do it? I'm on the phone until you hang it up in the morning. I'm coming to spend days with you at a time. You've been at my house. Never had no random 2 a.m. calls. I've never had nobody pop up. I've never had no issues. I never gave you anything like you gave me. You've never found my name under anybody's page, anybody's picture, anybody. And I went above and beyond to show you my inbox, to prove to you, to put your feelings to rest and make you feel secure. But you can't make me feel secure. You can't answer a question. You can't, every time we talk about the cheating incident, he gets mad and hangs up. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to hear it. You keep going back to old stuff. All of this is exactly why we're here where we are now. But yet you miss me and you want me to forgive you and you want me to make this work when I can't even trust you anymore. But yet you're not doing the things that you should do to make me trust you. Like, most people, when they get caught cheating, they give you the whole spiel. I'm so sorry, it won't happen again, da-da-da-da-da. I ain't even get that. I got a I'm sorry, like, just a couple weeks ago. What's that going to do for me now? Like, if you really loved me, if you really cared, if you really missed me, you wouldn't have done these things to make me leave. If you're so worried about the men in my inbox, you would have stepped up and did everything possible to make sure I don't leave. You wouldn't have pushed me into the opposite direction. If you're so worried about them, why did you push me that way? Why would you cheat and have the opportunity for someone to come in between? That's what I don't get. And yeah, I said some disrespectful things while we were arguing, and I don't feel bad about it. Because obviously you like dirty girls. So I don't know what he was ever doing with me. I don't get it. But you guys, thank you for letting me ramble and get this off my chest. And thank you guys for sitting here and sipping with me. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Leave me your comments. Let me know if it makes sense to you. Am I crazy? Was he tripping? Has this happened to you? Have you been cheated on? How did you find out? Like, I need to know everything down below because I have drove myself crazy trying to figure this out. Like, I guess, like, some things you just ain't ever going to know. And I guess this is one of them because it is beyond me. But yes, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I appreciate you guys letting me ramble and pour it all out. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to leave me a thumbs up. As I said, go ahead and leave me your comments down below until my next video. And if you haven't done it already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. As you can see, I film and upload randomly, and I got a whole lot of content going on in case you can't tell about this little story time. And I definitely don't want you to miss out on the next one because it might be even crazier than this. So once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.